Hello and welcome back to another special episode of
Game? What is it?
We've still not worked out four episodes in.
What the podcast's called?
No. I think it's Future Slap, but that kind of the problem with that is it kind of confuses the brand. It's the Game Slap channel, but the Future Slap podcast. Maybe it's just the Game Slap podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Stop jingling my keys. That's probably irritating. It's like a bit of ASMR key jangles, Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles.
So we're parked out. We're in a very fucking steamy car.
That's
again.
because we've been fucking.
You just from the outside you see your hand slide down like the Titanic. You see it shaking, bouncing up and down.
That scene is proof that at 14 you can wank to anything.
Yeah.
just
Why would you wank to that scene and not the scene where she's got her tats out?
Well, because you start with that scene.
Oh, right, okay.
And then like 3 wanks in. Because you know you can't like wank when they're all drowning at the bottom of the sea.
I don't know about that guy who falls off and bangs his nonce.
Cracks himself.
His head on the
He's
spins
talking
around.
right Titanic.
Obvious reasons. So we're at Middlebrook again. We're about to go watch Joker.
Yeah.
For some reason, Cal's already read up all about it, so I'm just not going to ask him any questions yet.
Just very worried it's going to be really bad.
It doesn't matter, does it? It's just a weird indie film. It doesn't have anything to do with
The Batman.
Yeah, it just happens to be set
In a city that's called Gotham.
Mm.
With a character that refers to himself as the Joker.
Yeah.
But he's not got Batman in it because he's not alive yet.
There's plenty of films coming up that I'm looking forward to go and watching, but I'll probably just end up downloading.
What even is coming out this year?
We'll talk about that after because we're on a bit of a time.
Gemini Man, that's out this year.
Where,
Where Will Smith fights a younger CGI Will Smith.
yeah, he did. He was in the Slow-Mo Guys recent
Yeah,
episode.
I
It's
watched
quite
that.
Pretty funny actually. Seems like a pretty fun guy. Gonna go get some snacks probably.
Before we get wet, you might be able to hear the sound of the pitter-patter.
The pitter-patter.
The pitter-patter of the
Tiny
rain.
droplets of rain.
I didn't bring a coat.
Relaxing sound. Might get myself a nice cup of coffee. Cause
I'm going to get myself a lovely chicken wrap.
chicken wrap.
Lovely
You not brought your puffer jacket?
No, I not got my puffer.
Yeah, your denim jacket.
I've got my denim jacket. My lovely rustly denim jacket.
You're rubbing your cock then.
I'm wearing double denim.
Double denim.
Luckily one of them's grey, so it
The perfect clothes for rainy weather.
shrinks so much.
He's got like a tiny child-sized suit. It's like hot pants and a wee little jacket.
Is this guy just driving? No, it's a different. Oh, that's the guy with the Harley. I think he took a wrong turn. We saw him when we were coming in.
So we'll get back to you after the movie film, give you our review, and talk about some other shit.
Possibly like half an hour into the movie if it's really bad.
I think we'll manage to get through it. We're troopers. We watched most of The Room. That was fucking terrible.
Yeah, but we didn't go and watch the X-Men, the new X-Men.
No, because most of the other ones were pretty shit. I think the last one we went and watched of the X-Men films was Days of Future Past, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
I saw Apocalypse in cinemas. We're not going to see Logan.
don't think so. No, I think I just
Like
watched it.
Deadpool too. Yeah.
I went and watched it. I think. But
I
I'm
might
not
have
sure
gone
who.
on my own.
Yeah, I think probably went on my own. Beside the point. This
You know the
evening.
New Mutants is still coming out.
New Mutants.
Yeah.
What's that?
You know the one with Arya Stark from Game of Thrones in it?
Oh, right.
That's still happening, apparently.
I have no idea what this is.
So it's a horror film set.
Oh, is it with
by-
like Superman and stuff like that?
No, you're thinking of Brightburn.
No.
Or Burn Bright, or whatever it's called, the J.J. Abrams thing. No, this is like the New Mutants, who essentially the X-Men in like the most recent X-Men films have essentially been the New Mutants. Like they've had their storylines.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's coming out next year at some point, and might be the first X-Men film in the MCU.
That should be interesting.
Oh, let's go watch a film.
In the loosest sense possible, that is interesting. Right, we'll get back to you.
In like 2 hours.
Adult Swim games are on sale on STEM.
Mostly VR games, though. You can get the virtual reality Rick and Morty. Do you want to play virtual reality Rick and Morty?
I'm not smart enough.
You think you might be able to comprehend the clever notions of Rick and Morty? I don't think you can. I don't think you're clever enough, are you, Carl? No. That'd just go over your head, wouldn't it? Yes. Rick and Morty, you had to be quite a clever person. You had to be, you had to be quite cultured and you had to have a very high IQ to really get all the subtle references. And I don't think you can really appreciate the subtleties of Rick and Morty, can you, Carl? No, you're a bit of a dimwit, aren't you? Yes. I'll take your silence as confirmation that you are quite stupid, aren't you?
I just don't understand that. I like all the bright colours, and when they say a swear word.
Yes, you're quite dim, really, aren't you? You don't quite get the nuances.
Oh, so there's the bit where they put the things up the bum. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Or, the bit where they kill themselves. That's really funny as well, because there's a load of blood, and it's like such a fucked up scene. You know what I mean?
I think you shouldn't watch it, really. If you're only going to take it at a surface level, you shouldn't really watch it, because you're ruining it for the rest of us. You see, you're spoiling it.
I really like the the Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick.
No, no.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
That episode is not canon. I think you'll find.
Or like when he wants the Szechuan sauce, he wants to talk about Szechuan sauce.
These episodes were designed to separate the chiff from the chaff. You see, they were deliberately put out there to show the true believers from the plebs, and you've just announced yourself as being a pleb. You see.
It's so fucking hilarious, though, isn't it?
No, you're a pleb.
Like he's like, I'm Pickle Rick. I was like, there's like.
Right, I'm growing very tired of talking to you now, because you've basically said that you are a dimwit, and you know nothing about Rick and Morty.
You know what the best one is, though? The best thing
when he kills the paedophile mayor. That's hilarious, that, when he's all covered in like blue blood.
No.
It's just horrific.
No. Do not use that terminology with Rick and Morty. Lolorific is not a term used in Rick and Morty, and therefore you cannot use it to describe Rick and Morty.
It's like so good, like like the Meeseeks. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
No. You do not understand the Meeseeks. That is not what they say.
It's hilarious, dude. It's just
no.
You
do not understand.
There's that scene where that one episode. Like the funniest episode,
No.
The funniest,
no.
Come on, man.
You don't understand. Stop watching it.
Funny.
Stop it.
It's hilarious.
Stop watching it. You're not allowed.
It's like...
No.
That one.
Stop it.
It's like the Breaking Bad reference in like the first episode, like series 4, like that's.
I'm so excited for the next 5 episodes. I'm like, what crazy things are Rick and Morty gonna get up to? What hijinks are they gonna be?
Bit of a basic bitch, really, aren't you?
What's that one episode? Oh, is that Hungry for Apples? That's hilarious. Because who come up with the phrase "hungry for apples"? Why would he believe that people would think Hungry for Apples is a really good slogan?
Yes. I don't know. Anyway.
What's your favourite episode?
Anyway, I've got to go now.
What's your favourite episode of Rick and Morty?
Yes. See you
Is it the Mad
later.
Max one?
I'm going now.
I got that reference. Right?
No,
The
no,
Mad
you
Max
would
one.
not understand. So I'm going to go now.
Oh, it's so funny. It's like
Yes,
the most
going now.
hilarious.
No.
It's like hilarious. Still there.
No, he's gone.
Oh, he just doesn't understand how hilarious Rick and Morty is. Like, there's such funny toilet humour.
So, the Joker movie.
Yes.
It's a film.
It's a
Have we covered that ground yet?
It's like 2 and a bit hours long.
It's got a beginning. It's got a middle. It's got an end.
It's got a beginning. Yeah.
It's just basically about mental illness, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which it's the most realistic portrayal of Joker, I think.
But
that there's been.
I don't know if it mixes its messages. I don't know what message it's trying to have.
It's like usually Batman's origins are very, like similar, but Joker's origins are always very different. So,
Well, that's part of the character.
so I think it's pretty cool having like a different take on him. And
It does show that the two things DC thinks people want to see in movies are the Joker and Batman's parents being killed.
I like that it did the whole pearls.
Well, yeah, I'm watching to see
Exploding.
if she's wearing the pearls.
Yeah, the ass beads.
Like that's all they seem to think people want in a film that is even tangential to
Yeah.
Batman is.
It was like
Do we see his parents get murdered again?
It's like we'll occasionally say Gotham, we'll mention Arkham Asylum, and we'll show Batman's parents getting killed, Bruce's parents getting murdered.
For like the third time in the last decade.
Also, what are they doing out when like all that shit's going on?
Like it's in the comics, it's like a normal night,
Yeah.
and it's just like a random act of violence. In this,
But-
it's like a targeted murder.
And also they're going out for a night out during mass riots, which have been going on for quite a while.
And they walk down Crime Alley.
Yeah. It's like, oh, let's go down.
This secluded alleyway.
There's like burning cars outside, and it's like, let's go down this.
Also, how much of a chump is Alfred now?
Yeah, he was a bit of a douche.
Like Alfred's supposed to be like SAS trained. He
think-
just like nearly gets choked out by a scrawny fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite Joker comic? That's something I should have probably done before we went and watched
Read
this.
some
Like
Joker comics.
Yeah, because it's been like such a long time since I've read. Because most of my comics are either Batman or Joker comics.
The recent one's White Knight. It's like about the Joker like going sane
Hmm.
and like taking out Batman like by essentially trying to run for mayor.
So I'm just lame.
It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know why. Joker's not my favourite villain.
No, who's your favourite in the Batman universe?
I like kind of like I like Bane
Hmm.
when like Bane's done.
I mean, Ben's also can be portrayed very differently. Sometimes
Yeah.
he's like quite clever, and sometimes he's just a brute.
Well, he's supposed to be like really clever. So when they do him as really clever,
Hmm.
then it's really good. But usually he's just like a guy who punches people really hard and breaks their backs.
Yeah.
Whereas he's Batman without the sort of control.
Hmm.
And for some reason I only have a 3D connection, so I can't even bloody get the IMDb app to work.
So what do you rate the movie?
It's a solid 3, maybe 4 stars.
4 game slaps out of
5.
10? 5?
Like it's
We're a 5 game slap rating system.
it's really well shot. The acting's really good. like all of the twists though were like very easy to spot coming.
I finished that Shrek picture from Scribblio game.
Fuck.
So if you want that, you can have. It's so bad, my phone. It's like literally.
Your phone dying.
Yeah, it's 11% already.
I'm on 95.
But I'm not.
Well, is this car like a Faraday cage? Is that why I can't get a fucking signal?
No, I don't know what's going on. Right, so that's our review
Of the Joker.
It's 4 slaps out of 5.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's an interesting take on a popular villain. It's very loosely tied to.
There's like
Anything.
they missed a load of like sort of fan service things they could have in there.
Yeah.
Like they could have mentioned Hugo Strange. That would have been quite good. They could have made Jim Gordon one of the detectives.
Could have had Harley Quinn as the Doctor instead of.
She definitely got murdered right at the end as well, didn't they?
Yeah, that's why he had blood on his.
Yeah, I think
shoes.
part of that
Shoulders.
film is like doesn't show you everything. I think that's kind of a good thing. Like so many films now have to like go into intense detail and hold your hand, whereas that film like sort of just lets you know things have happened or assume things have happened.
Oh yeah, there's a Batwoman series coming out, isn't there?
Oh, with Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths.
What's that?
So Tom Welling's coming back as Clark Kent from Smallville.
Okay. Is he playing Superman's again?
Yeah, Brandon Routh's going to play Superman again.
I thought he was already playing the Atom.
Yeah, he's playing the Atom and Superman.
What?
He's playing Kingdom Come Superman.
In the same.
Yes, in the same. So he might have scenes against himself.
That would be fucking weird.
So there's going to be like 3 different Supermen. They tried to.
Can they not get Smallville to play?
Yes, that's Tom Welling. He's playing Superman as well. He's playing the Smallville version of Superman. So Smallville's going to become canon in the Arrowverse.
But
They've not
at
got
the
Dean
same
Cain
time,
though.
I'm so confused.
I'd have thought they'd have got Dean Cain.
So it's going to be like multi-universe.
Yeah, it's the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
So that's how it's going to work.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get Dean Cain to play Superman again. Get him back in that suit, despite the fact
Is that the guy from
Lewis and Clark?
Yeah.
New Adventures of Superman, which Harry Hatcher.
That'd be cool. Although I've not seen what he looks like nowadays. I mean, it's been like 20 years.
Maybe they'll get someone from one of the movies. Maybe Jason Momoa will rock up as Aquaman.
You get Reeves to.
Well, they like CG these days.
exactly.
They could CG him in.
Yeah. So, other movies that are coming out: Terminator, Dark Fate,
Which has, like-
I really think it looks like hot trash.
Written by like 20 people.
Written by 20 people, it looks like they've completely just abandoned what Terminator originally was, which was kind of like an atmospheric horror. Now it's just ridiculous action with no direction from the looks of it.
Well, basing that on the trailer though, maybe John Connor will be in it.
Yeah, but trailers are supposed to sell the movie to you, not just make you want to never see it. If you can't get the trailer right, then you're probably not going to get the movie right.
I'm assuming it'll be the last Terminator film until they like fully reboot it in like 10 years. Because it's like
They were supposed to be protecting someone, but none of the trailers ever show who this person is.
yeah, who
It's
they
like,
are.
who the fuck is this person you're protecting, and why do you care?
Is it Is it John Connor? Is John Connor trans now? And also black.
Yeah, quite possibly. New Rob Zombie movie coming out at the end of the month called Three from Hell. It's a follow-on from Devil's Rejects.
No, I'm far more excited for that one where the phone tells you you're going to die.
Oh, the Carl Pilkington movie.
It's just phone
It's,
tells you.
yeah, if you ever listen to the Carl Pilkington, Ricky Gervais podcast back in the days, one of Carl Pilkington's ideas was a watch which told you how long you've got left to live. And there's a movie coming out with an app on your phone which tells you how long you got to live. The problem with that though is that if you're looking at that and it said you got like 63 days, then that probably alter the way that you live your life, and then it would keep going up and down. There's no way it could be.
It fluctuates.
Yeah, it fluctuates.
Like you have a
so-
cigarette and you lose like
Yeah.
3 days.
So is that how it works, or is it always, like set in stone?
It's a horror film. It's
I know,
not going to
stupid.
make any
the
logical sense.
logic behind it is ridiculous.
It's like
Because
Follows is a film where if you walk fast enough, you can stay alive so long as you leave a day between you and the monster, because it can only walk at a human pace. It can't teleport to you.
well, onto some gaming news. Unless you want to talk more, have you got anything else about movies you want to talk about? I mean, there's the Star Wars movie coming out.
Which
So
that's watched, and that's going to be the end of the Skywalker saga.
Oh, there's a new Shining sequel coming out called Doctor Sleep.
I've never seen The Shining.
It's the little boy from Shining. Surely there's a little boy.
Yeah,
who's got the
I've seen Ready Player One, so I know
Yeah.
most of what happens in The Shining.
Well, the little kid who has the Shining is sort of grown up now, and he's Hugh McGregor.
That's time doesn't work in time, does it?
Um,
Unless it's set in the 90s or something.
yeah, no, it's not going to be. I don't think it'll be set now.
It'd be a period piece, because isn't that film set in the 40s?
I think it's. I don't know when it's set. To
Or
be
is it
honest,
set
I think
in
it's
the
set. I think it's set in 70s. Something like that. 70s, 60s, 80s. I don't fucking know. There's the new Harley Quinn movie that's coming out called Birds of Prey.
The amazing emancipation of Harley Quinn or whatever.
It just looks like
subtitle is.
sort of fan service for Harley Quinn, really, isn't it? It's just like people liked Harley Quinn, so
Yeah,
let's
it's
make.
oh, she's like the Deadpool.
Mm.
She's like Deadpool. Let's give her a solo film like Deadpool. Let's make it all quirky like Deadpool.
Zombieland 2. The first one was pretty good, but I say that as
Hasn't
I'm
it been
not
10 years since
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Off, it might even be closer to 15.
I think we probably actually went and watched it together, but it's been so long since
No,
I've
I
seen
didn't
it.
see it when it came out.
Alright.
I saw it on DVD.
Yeah. I have no idea if that still holds up, that movie.
It's got to be 10 years old now, that
and
film.
also zombies are kind of,
No one cares about them anymore.
no one really cares. It's not the hot shit anymore.
The Walking Dead's been going on for nearly a decade now.
I followed that for so long and read the comics, and then I was just like,
The comics are over now, aren't they?
I don't know.
It's
Gave up on it.
ended.
The TV series just became like a sort of shit
main-
soap opera.
And all the main characters in the TV series dead now.
There's still a couple left, I think. I mean, I've not watched the recent series, but it looks like Daryl's still in it. And,
Well, yeah, because if Daryl dies, we riot. Which that was 6 years ago when people were saying that.
Yeah.
But Rick Grimes is dead.
I don't think he died. He got sort of blown up well, he was on a bridge which blew up, and then
So
he
we
got.
didn't see
and
the
then,
body?
And then a helicopter came and picked him up and took him away with a character on the helicopter who was in one of the earlier series, and they were just flying him away. She was like, "I'm going to explain everything later," but I don't know what happened after that. And that's where I quit. That's where I was like, I'm out of this.
I've not watched any of that series since the first episode. And I've not read any of the comics since the third volume.
Just a helicopter coming out of nowhere and picking him up, and it's like there was zombies all over the place.
Deus Ex helicopter.
He shot the bridge because he was pretty much on the bridge, and he shot the explosives because it was like, oh no, these zombies are gonna.
Was the explosive C4? Because that doesn't work for C4. C4 only explodes with an electrical charge.
I think it might have been like dynamite or something. Like
Yeah, that probably explodes with it. That explodes with a spark.
So that was ludicrous.
Game of Thrones ended badly.
So shall we move on to? Yeah, we're not going to talk about games.
You're not watching the wrestling, are you? So.
I heard that. What's he called? Fury.
Well, Tyson Fury's going to be fighting Brock Lesnar.
So I saw him getting all worked up and getting in the ring with him.
I've been talking about this to my sister because the week after he's supposed to fight in Saudi Arabia, I'm going watching the WWE in Manchester.
Yeah.
So, depending on how that match goes, there's a chance he might rock up at the Manchester Arena to continue wrestling.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. It's the WWE.
He doesn't really have the physique. I mean, obviously he has to bulk up for his boxing,
Yeah.
but he also has like a pretty big gut, and he's like, most wrestlers are pretty fucking ripped.
Well,
But
not all
it's
of
sort
them.
of a different sort of.
Like so boxers spend like 6 months getting into shape for
Yeah.
like one fight. Wrestlers are doing it like, if not every day, like at least once a week. Like they're like,
I imagine wrestlers do a lot of like more over, like full body workouts, where boxers probably do more just, like
well, you just have to get
work out your
you just have
punches
to-
and your stamina.
stamina, punching and taking a hit.
Yeah.
Whereas like wrestling, you gotta like jump around and flip and
Mm.
because like now WWE've got competition as well, which is like AEW's just launched with wrestlers such as Chris Jericho,
Mhm.
star of featured in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which meant Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes turned up on the wrestling to promote that. But it's Tyson Fury, also a guy from MMA's also probably going to be wrestling. Oh, it's thingy, it's Braun Strowman that Fury's fighting, I think. And Brock Lesnar's fighting Vasquez, who's a MMA guy, who also wants a load of Saudi Arabian money. Which is the only reason Fury and this MMA guy are doing anything with WWE is to get like a few million off the Saudi Arabian government.
Mm.
That's Wrestle Talk.
Wrestle Talk with Karl.
You should watch AEW, it's good.
Yeah.
It's on ITV Hub. They cut
On Pornhub.
the entire like first 10 minutes of the first episode last week for some reason. Luckily, I pay to watch it on the internet, so I get the full thing.
So that was Wrestle Talk.
Now we're moving to Game Talk.
Yeah, a bit quick bit. Have you heard the Blizzard sort of scandal?
Oh, you can't be like protester.
Yeah. Well, some guy called Blitz Chung said liberate Hong Kong,
Yeah,
and
they've taken away all his prize money.
Yeah, it took away like his 10,000 rubles or whatever.
I think
Yeah, but it's like
when?
like Blizzard have like a monument in the like California like
Yeah, there's a lot
place
of
that says stuff like everyone's voice matters, but yet they're censoring people.
there was a protest by members of staff.
Yeah, where they just covered up the mottos.
And then people who were like affiliated streamers are having like American affiliated streamers are having like pro-protester like placards and stuff on the streams.
I mean, I can kind of understand both sides, really.
I didn't know they were still doing Hearthstone esports.
Yeah, who the fuck's watching
Who's watching who's like watching the esport of a card game?
that? Yeah.
Like as boring as like esports kind of already are.
Well, I don't watch any esports really. I kind of occasionally watch like highlights of Overwatch matches and learn nothing.
Because it's so much of a higher level of play that like
Well, these people play like 12 hours a day though, and they're also like, I don't know,
they're all Korean as well.
all Korean
You
and
have to be born in Korea to be good at esports.
yeah, definitely have some kind of
This is your jobs
advantage.
if you're Korean and like slightly good looking and in your 20s. It's like esports or pop group.
K-pop.
Open Gangnam Style.
Red Dead's coming out on the 5th of November for PCs.
Yeah, overrated game that's taken a year to come to PC, despite the fact like the consoles essentially are just PCs, so games don't really need porting anymore.
Yeah, I think it'd have done a lot better if they'd just released them at the same time.
No, but you have to buy it again.
Well,
That's
that's what they want though, isn't it? If you stagger releases, then people buy multiple copies of it.
Yeah, people buy it on the Xbox and then they'll buy it on PC when like we've added a new mission.
Yeah, this is a definitive edition now.
We've improved the ball shrinking technology.
Rumours of Overwatch 2. It's been a PvE sort of co-op game.
It'll still be toxic as fuck.
I think sometimes we get more like story missions. That'd be pretty cool.
It'll have a battle royale component as it's online.
I mean, I just like the MMO that they were promising originally, where you can just like a whole world.
Titan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's what Overwatch came out of. Was Titan.
Like a bit like Destiny, but more fun.
Oh, that's why they cancelled Titan, isn't it? Because Destiny came out. And,
Yeah. And it was also on the Blizzard Activision launcher.
Yeah, well, they bought Thingy, didn't they? They bought
And
Blizzard.
now it's a free-to-play game on Steam, but...
What, Destiny?
Yeah.
I didn't know you'd gone free to play.
Yeah, it's free-to-play on Steam.
Was that 1 or 2?
2.
Destiny 2 is free to play on Steam? Why aren't we playing Destiny?
Because it's
a loot grinder.
Yeah. It's very grindy. And, I don't know. Can play it, I suppose.
We can try it.
Give it a bosh. I have actually played a little bit of it, but yeah. It's one of those games where I just like it's fun, but you know when there's no structure at all, and it's just like what are you exactly supposed to be doing here. I mean, you played more of Destiny 1, so maybe you can sort of
So like Destiny 1,
point me in the direction.
the issue of Destiny 1 I had, and I don't know if Destiny 2 has the same levelling thing. So you level normally, and you get your points, you put them into your things, and then at a certain point, you didn't level anymore. You had to get loot.
Yeah.
But to get the good loot, you had to do the raids. But to get into the raids, you had to have good loot.
So much
or
like
people would kick you out of the raid.
So like Neverwinter when we played that.
Yeah.
If you want to get good gear,
you've got to do the thing that gets you the good gear.
Yeah,
but you can't do the thing that gets you the good gear until you've got the good gear.
Yeah.
So
well, what people always said to me was, go on the store and buy it. It's like,
use some Zen.
yeah, I'm not going to spend money to get gear so I can get better gear. It's like, spend your money so you can get some shit gear, but that's decent enough so you can do this, and then you can get slightly better gear.
I keep thinking of going back to Neverwinter.
Yeah, I could play Neverwinter on PC, for sure. I don't want to play it on console, because I did actually download it on console, but yeah, it's just a bit weird. Like, a lot of stuff that's changed since the last time we played it.
Yeah.
And you know, it like resets all your abilities, and it's like...
Oh, you have to go back in and fucking...
Yeah, but they've changed the way you select everything, and I don't really know what I was doing.
Yeah,
Like, I had like a freaky wit little gnome character called Lilu, and she walks... Because you have like a companion, and my companion was Corbin Dallas. So it's like, I don't know why, I had some weird fucking...
we off to Flotsam Paradise.
Flotsam Paradise.
Corbin Dallas! You're listening to the Ruby Rose Show.
Pass.
That's a good film.
Yeah, it is a good film.
It's a really good film. Although they didn't realise vaping was going to be a thing, so the cigarettes in that film were just all filter.
Yeah, it's just like a tiny little
bit of cigarette.
That'd be so hard to talk. Like,
So you've ever tried to use like a cigarette fucking holder?
I need to do a piss.
You need to do a piss. You not go before when we left the cinema. It's because you drank all that coffee.
I'll go for a whiz in a minute.
I think so that's games. I guess we're gonna either play Neverwinter or Destiny 2.
So, Karl, you want me to tell you a joke?
Where were you hiding?
It's me, your little friend. Right, David.
I thought it was Peter Beardsley for a second.
Oh, it's just me, it's like I've been just sitting back here all this time whilst you've been talking. I wasn't sure if I should say anything, but you know, you felt like you weren't being very happy, so I thought I'd tell you a joke, if that's okay. Well, it's not really a joke, it's actually just a story about what's going on.
Okay, Warwick.
So, I wasn't sure what to wear to my premature ejaculations anonymous meeting. So, I just came in my pants. That's a true story, that is. It's quite funny. So I just thought I'd tell you that. Oh, thanks for that, Warwick. Cheers, pal. So that's Warwick's just sat in the back there. Let's put on your seatbelt, Warwick, because we're going to be setting off soon. Okay, Tom. Thanks. Karl, I bought you a lollipop. Do you want it?
No, I've had too much sugar, thanks, Warwick.
Are they sugar-free, Warwick? No, they full of sugar, these ones, the best kind. Alright, Warwick.
I can't because I'm a beatus.
Yeah,
put your all either way, thanks, Warwick.
I didn't even know he was back there. We left him in there all that time when we were in the movies. It's okay, Tom, don't worry about it.
Stop kicking the back of my chair, Warwick.
No, I just like to play.
Warwick, stop kicking the back of my
legs
chair.
are a bit antsy, you see. When I've been sat here all this time whilst you've been in the movies, and I didn't have much to do. And there's not much. You didn't leave the window open.
Yeah, you're not a dog.
Well, you could have. It's been raining, so I didn't want to get my car wet, did I? Anyway,
Get back in the boot, Warwick.
Yeah, we should probably put him in the boot.
That way people don't think we've left a child in the car.
Hot news: Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD is coming out
For the phone,
on the Swatch.
so you can tilt it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't know. It'll probably like 50 quid, though, won't it?
Fucking Overwatch is coming out on the Switch like next week.
You're gonna buy it again?
Nah.
You've already got it twice, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, technically I bought it 3 times. The physical copy, then I bought it digitally. When I got my massive tax rebate.
Massive.
It was like £2,000.
Jesus.
It's because I was getting taxed on my entire wage. So I was getting 20% rate of tax on everything,
Yeah.
which is like 2,200, I think. For like when I got it was like 11 grand was your pre-tax finger. So I got all of that back, which was good. But I was getting taxed out of the fucking ass all year leading up to that.
Right.
I'd rather they did that, because then you get some money you didn't know you had, and you don't have to actually save it. They do it for you.
Can't steamed up.
And cue the gif of
Some music. I feel like, unless you got anything else to say. But no. Maybe we can do some.
Wait, shut up.
I need to go for a piss, that's why we're setting up.
Yeah.
Stop this for now.